You've been hearing about an extra payment hitting accounts before Thanksgiving. Some videos are calling it a holiday bonus. Others say it's a surprise boost for millions of seniors. Here's what you need to know right now. If you got this payment, it already happened on October 31st. And if you didn't get it, you're not going to. This isn't breaking news. It's not a special benefit. It's how SSI payments work. Every single time the first of the month falls on a weekend. And most seniors watching this video right now, this doesn't even apply to you. Halfway through this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to check if you're one of the 7 million people this impacts, or if you're among the 63 million who need to ignore these clickbait claims completely. But first, let me explain what's really happening with SSI payment timing. Before we go any further, you need to understand something critical. SSI and Social Security are two completely different programs with two completely different payment schedules. Social Security retirement benefits. If you worked for years and paid into Social Security through your paychecks, you're getting Social Security retirement benefits. These payments arrive based on your birth date. Born 1st to 10th, second Wednesday of the month, born 11th to 20th, third Wednesday. Born 21st to 31st, fourth Wednesday. About 70 million Americans receive these retirement benefits. This is probably you if you're watching this video. Supplemental Security Income, SSI is different. It's for people with very limited income and resources who are 65 or older, blind, or disabled. SSI always pays on the first of every month. No exceptions, no birth date rules. Only about 7 to 8 million Americans receive SSI. This is a much smaller group. The critical difference. Here's why this matters. All these videos talking about extra payments in November are only referring to SSI recipients. If you're on regular Social Security retirement, this entire discussion doesn't apply to you. Your payment schedule hasn't changed. Nothing special is happening with your benefits. Most seniors are on Social Security retirement, not SSI. So if you're confused about whether you got an extra payment, the first question is, are you even on SSI? If the answer is no, then you can stop worrying. This isn't about you. Now, for those of you who are on SSI, let me explain what actually happened in November and why it's not special. It's just procedure. The SSI weekend rule SSI payments are supposed to arrive on the first of every month. But November 1st, 2025 is a Saturday. Banks don't process government payments on weekends or federal holidays. So what happens? The Social Security Administration moves the payment to the last business day before the first. In this case, that was Friday, October 31st. Why this creates two payments? Here's where people get excited. Your October SSI payment arrived on October 1st, Tuesday. Then your November payment arrived on October 31st, Friday. That's two SSI deposits landing in the same calendar month, October. This is what people are calling an extra payment or holiday bonus. But let me be crystal clear. It's not extra money. It's not a bonus. It's just your regular November payment, coming a day early because of the weekend. This happens multiple times. Every year. This isn't unique to November. Every single time the first of the month falls on a weekend or federal holiday, SSI payments arrive early. It happened in June 2025. It'll happen again in February 2026. This is routine scheduling, not breaking news. The total stays the same. You're not getting extra money over the year. You still receive exactly 12 SSI payments annually, one for each month. Sometimes two deposits land in the same calendar month. Sometimes a calendar month has no SSI deposit because you already got it early the month before. But the total at the end of the year, always 12 payments. For example, because November's payment came in October and December 1st is a Monday, December gets its regular payment on December 1st. Nothing unusual. Let's get specific about who actually experienced this two payments in October situation and who didn't. Because I guarantee some of you are watching this wondering, did I miss something? Should I have gotten extra money? Group 1, SSI recipients. You got the early payment. If you receive supplemental security income, you definitely got your November payment on October 31st instead of November 1st. Let me be clear about who qualifies for SSI. You must be 65 or older, blind or disabled, and have very limited income and resources. We are talking about strict financial limits. Less than $2,000 in assets for an individual, less than $3,000 for a couple. Your monthly income must also be very low. The average SSI payment is about $943 per month for individuals. If this is you, then yes, you saw 2 deposits in October. One on October 1st for October and one on October 31st for November. That's what all these videos are talking about. But here's what they're not telling you. You're not getting an extra check. You just got November's money one day early. Your December payment will arrive on December 1st as normal. No bonus, no windfall, just early timing. Group 2, Social Security retirement, nothing changed. If you worked for years and now receive Social Security retirement benefits, this entire discussion doesn't apply to you. Your payment schedule is based on your birth date, and it didn't change in November. Let's say you were born on the 15th of the month. Your November Social Security payment arrived on the third Wednesday, November 19th, 2025. Same as always. No early payment, no extra deposit, nothing different. You get one Social Security payment per month, every month on your scheduled Wednesday. That's it. The SSI weekend rule has zero impact on your benefits. Group 3, SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, also unchanged. If you're on disability benefits through Social Security, that's SSDI, not SSI, you follow the same schedule as Social Security retirement. Your payment comes on the third of the month if you've been receiving SSDI since before May 1997. If you started after that, you follow the birth date schedule like retirees. The SSI weekend rule doesn't affect SSDI. These are separate programs with separate schedules. So if you're on disability through Social Security, you didn't get an early payment in November. Group 4, dual recipients. You got it. Some people receive both Social Security retirement, or SSDI, and SSI at the same time. This happens when your Social Security benefit is very low. So SSI supplements it to bring you up to the minimum. If this is you, your SSI portion followed the weekend rule. You got your November SSI payment on October 31st, but your Social Security portion stayed on its regular schedule based on your birth date. So yes, you might have seen your SSI come early, but your Social Security didn't. Group 5, Veterans Benefits. Different system. Veterans benefits from the Department of Veterans Affairs follow a completely different payment schedule. VA compensation and pension benefits typically arrive on the first of the month, similar to SSI. However, VA benefits are processed separately from Social Security. If your VA payment date falls on a weekend, the VA will issue it early, but this is independent of what's happening with SSI or Social Security. So if you're a veteran receiving VA benefits, you might have experienced early payment timing in November, but that's a separate issue from the SSI schedule we've been discussing. The reality check. Here's the bottom line. About 70 million Americans receive Social Security retirement or SSDI. Only about 7 to 8 million receive SSI. That means roughly 90% of seniors watching this video did not get an early payment and are not affected by anything we've been discussing. If you're part of that 90%, you can stop worrying. Your benefits are fine. Nothing changed. You didn't miss anything. These videos talking about extra payments simply don't apply to you. And if you're in that 10% who do receive SSI, you already got your November payment on October 31st. It's not coming again. Budget accordingly. Now, let's talk about something that actually does affect everyone on Social Security and SSI, the cost of living adjustment for 2026. And I need to correct some misinformation that's been floating around. The official number, 3.2%. The Social Security Administration officially announced in October 2024 that the COLA for 2026 is 3.2%, not 2.8% like some videos are claiming. This is verified information straight from SSA.gov. This 3.2% increase takes effect in January 2026. It applies to both Social Security retirement benefits and SSI payments. Everyone gets the same percentage increase, though the dollar amount varies based on your current benefit. Real examples with correct math. Let's do the actual math with the correct 3.2% figure. If you currently receive $1,900 per month in Social Security, $1,900 times 0.032 equals $60.80 increase. Your new benefit, $1,960.80 per month. If you're getting $2,000 per month, $2,000 times 0.032 equals $64 increase. Your new benefit, $2,064 per month. For SSI recipients, the current maximum federal benefit is $943 per month for 2025. With the 3.2% COLA, $943 times 0.032 equals $30.18. Increase new SSI maximum, $973.18 per month. You can calculate your own increase right now. Take your current monthly benefit and multiply by 0.032. That's how much more you'll see starting in January 2026, when you'll actually see the increase. The COLA takes effect with benefits payable for January 2026. Now here's where timing gets a little confusing. For Social Security, Retirement, and SSDI recipients, your January payment arrives in January, on your regular schedule based on your birth date. So you'll see the increased amount in mid to late January. For SSI recipients, because January 1st, 2026 is a Wednesday, your January payment arrives on January 1st as normal. No early payment this time. But wait, some SSI recipients might see their increased payment in late December 2025. Why? Because if you're receiving SSI, you actually get paid for the current month at the beginning of that month. So your January payment with the COLA increase comes on January 1st, 2026. The Medicare Part B offset. Here's the part nobody likes to talk about. While your Social Security increases by 3.2%, your Medicare Part B premium is also increasing. For 2025, the standard Part B premium is $185 per month. The 2026 premium hasn't been officially announced yet, but based on historical patterns, we're expecting it to rise to somewhere between $190 and $195 per month. Let's say it goes to $195. That's a $10 increase in your Medicare premium. If your COLA increase is $61 and your Medicare premium goes up by $10, your actual net increase is only $51 per month. Most Social Security recipients have their Medicare premiums automatically deducted from their checks. So that COLA increase you're excited about? Medicare takes a chunk of it right off the top. This is why it's important to calculate your net increase, not just your gross increase. The headline says 3.2%, but after Medicare, you're keeping maybe 2.5% to 2.7% of that increase. For SSI recipients, no Medicare offset. If you're on SSI and you have Medicaid, not Medicare, your premium isn't deducted from your check. Most SSI recipients have Medicaid, which covers their health care with little to no premium. In that case, your full 3.2% COLA increase stays in your pocket. If you're getting the maximum SSI benefit of $943, your increase to $973 is what you'll actually see. No Medicare deduction eating into it. How COLA is calculated. Quick explanation of where this 3.2% comes from. The Social Security Administration uses something called the CPIW, the Consumer Price Index, for urban wage earners and clerical workers. They compare the average CPIW from the third quarter of 2024, July, August, September, to the third quarter of 2023. The percentage increase becomes your COLA for the following year. The 3.2% reflects that inflation has cooled somewhat from the highs of 2022 to 2023, but prices are still rising. It's a moderate COLA, higher than 2025's 2.5%, but nowhere near 2023's 8.7%. What this means annually. That $61 monthly increase for someone getting $1,900 adds up to $732 per year. Not life-changing money, but it helps. It might cover a few months of prescription copays, a pair of eyeglasses, or help with utility bills through the winter. The key is having realistic expectations. This isn't a windfall. It's designed to help your benefits keep pace with inflation, though many seniors find it doesn't quite keep up with their actual rising costs, especially healthcare. Since we've been talking about this November early payment situation, I want to give you the bigger picture. Understanding how SSI payment timing works throughout the year will prevent confusion every time one of these breaking news videos pops up. When early SSI payments happen. Remember, SSI is supposed to pay on the 1st of every month, but whenever the 1st falls on a Saturday, Sunday, or federal holiday, the payment moves to the last business day before. Let's look at 2025 and early 2026 to see when this happens. 2025 early payments. June 1st, 2025 was a Sunday. Payment came May 30th, Friday. November 1st, 2025 was a Saturday. Payment came October 31st, Friday, 2026. Early payments. February 1st, 2026 is a Sunday. Payment will come January 30th, Friday. March 1st, 2026 is a Sunday. Payment will come February 27th, Friday. November 1st, 2026 is a Sunday. Payment will come October 30th, Friday. Notice a pattern? This happens 2 or 3 times per year. It's routine. It's predictable. Yet every single time you'll see videos calling it breaking news or a surprise payment. Months with no SSI payment. Here's what catches people off guard. When you get an early payment, that calendar month is covered. So the following month, you don't get another SSI payment in that same calendar month. Example from 2025. You got your November SSI payment on October 31st. So November 2025 has no SSI deposit. Your next payment is December 1st, which is a Monday, so it comes on time. Visual. October with 2 deposits, November with 0, December with 1. This is why you can't treat the 2 payments in 1 month like extra money. You're just getting next month's payment early. The month that had 2 payments is followed by a month with none. How to budget around this. If you're on SSI, here's how to handle these timing quirks. When you receive 2 payments in 1 calendar month, set aside the second payment. Don't spend it right away. That money needs to cover you through the following month when no payment arrives. Let's use October/November 2025 as our example. October 1st, received October SSI payment, used for October expenses. October 31st, received November SSI payment, set aside for November expenses. November, no payment coming. Use the money you set aside from October 31st. December 1st, December payment arrives. Back to normal. I know it sounds complicated, but once you understand the pattern, it becomes manageable. The key is not treating the second payment as extra money to splurge on. It's designated for next month's bills. Social Security retirement schedule, consistent all year. If you're on regular Social Security retirement or SSDI, your schedule is much simpler and never changes. Born 1st to 10th, always the 2nd Wednesday. Born 11th to 20th, always the 3rd Wednesday. Born 21st to 31st, always the 4th Wednesday. No weekend adjustments, no early payments, no months with 2 deposits. Just 1 payment per month every month on your designated Wednesday. This is why 90% of seniors never experience the early payment situation SSI recipients deal with. Federal holidays impact. One exception. If your Social Security payment date falls on a federal holiday, it comes the business day before. This is rare since most federal holidays don't fall on Wednesdays, but it can happen. For example, if July 4th falls on a Wednesday and that's your payment day, you'd get it on Tuesday, July 3rd instead. Check your payment schedule. Anytime you don't have to rely on YouTube videos or Facebook posts to know when your payment is coming. Log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount and you can see your exact payment schedule. Your account shows your payment history and upcoming payment dates. This is official information directly from Social Security, no guessing, no rumors, just facts. If you haven't created your account yet, do it today. It takes about 10 minutes and gives you direct access to everything related to your benefits. Now let's talk about why you're seeing so many videos about this extra payment and holiday bonus and why you need to be careful about what you believe. The clickbait economy. YouTube and Facebook reward content that gets clicks, views, and engagement. The more dramatic the title, the more people click. So creators take routine, predictable events, like SSI's weekend payment rule, and package them as breaking news or surprise bonuses. They're not lying exactly. If you're on SSI, you did get 2 payments in October, but they're presenting normal procedure as if it's special, knowing that emotional language gets more views. More views mean more ad revenue. Some channels make thousands of dollars from videos about extra payments that are really just explaining routine scheduling that happens every year. Why this is harmful. When people hear extra payment or holiday bonus, they make spending decisions based on that language. They think they're getting additional money beyond their normal benefits. Then when they realize it's just their regular payment arriving early, or worse, when they discover it doesn't apply to them at all because they're not on SSI, they feel misled. They might have already spent money they don't have, expecting a windfall that never comes. This isn't just annoying, it can cause real financial harm. Someone might pay a bill early, thinking they have extra money, then come up short later in the month when they realize that extra payment was supposed to cover future expenses. The real scams to watch for these misleading videos are one thing, but they also create cover for actual scams. Here are the real dangers. Scam number 1. Claim your holiday bonus. You might see emails, texts, or social media messages saying the Social Security Administration has approved a $2,000 holiday bonus for seniors. Click here to claim yours. This is completely false. There is no $2,000 holiday bonus. There's no bonus of any kind. These messages are phishing attempts designed to steal your Social Security number and banking information. Delete these immediately. Never click the links. Never provide your personal information. Scam number 2. Register for your extra payment. Another variation, to receive your extra SSI payment, you need to verify your information. They'll ask for your Social Security number, date of birth, and bank account details. Real government payments don't require registration. If you're eligible, the money arrives automatically. Social Security will never ask you to verify information through email, text, or social media. Scam number 3. Pay a processing fee. Some scams tell you there's a small processing fee of $50 or $100 to expedite your holiday bonus. They want you to send money via wire transfer, gift cards, or cryptocurrency. Government benefits are free. You never pay a fee to receive Social Security or SSI. Anyone asking for money to process your benefits is a scammer. Period. How to verify real information. If you hear about any payment, benefit change, or new program, verify it through official sources only. SSA.gov for Social Security and SSI information, Medicare.gov for Medicare information, IRS.gov for tax-related information, FederalRegister.gov for executive orders and regulations. If the information isn't on these official government websites, it's not real. Social media posts, YouTube videos from unofficial channels, and emails from unknown senders are not reliable sources. Report suspicious activity. If you encounter a scam related to Social Security, call the SSA Office of Inspector General, 1-800-269-0271. Report online at oig.ssa.gov/report. Forward phishing emails to phishing@ssa.gov. Your report helps protect other seniors from falling victim to the same scam. It takes just a few minutes and could save someone else from losing money or having their identity stolen. The pattern to recognize. Anytime you see claims about government benefits, ask yourself, is this promising extra or bonus money? Does it use urgent language like claim now or limited time? Does it ask for personal information? Can I only find this information on social media? Does it sound too good to be true? If you answered yes to any of these, it's either misleading clickbait or an outright scam. Real government announcements appear on official.gov websites. Real benefit changes are covered by mainstream news. Real payments arrive automatically without registration. Learn to recognize this pattern and you'll protect yourself from both harmless clickbait and dangerous scams. Let's bring this all together. We've covered a lot of ground today, so let me summarize the key points you need to remember. Point number 1, the extra payment or holiday bonus. Some videos are talking about only applies to supplemental security income recipients. If you receive regular Social Security retirement benefits, which is most seniors, this doesn't affect you at all. Your payment schedule didn't change. Point number 2, for SSI recipients, you got your November payment on October 31st instead of November 1st because the 1st fell on a Saturday. This is routine procedure, not breaking news. It happens 2 to 3 times per year whenever the 1st is a weekend or holiday. Point number 3, getting 2 payments in 1 calendar month doesn't mean extra money. It just means next month's payment came early. You still get 12 payments per year total. Budget accordingly and don't treat it as a windfall. Point number 4, the real news everyone should care about is the 3.2% COLA increase starting January 2026. This applies to both Social Security and SSI. Calculate your increase by multiplying your current benefit by 0.032. Point number 5, after Medicare, Part B premium increases expected around 10 per month. Your net COLA increase will be smaller than the gross 3.2%. Plan your budget based on your net increase, not the headline percentage. What you should do this week. Here are your specific action steps. Step 1, verify what type of benefit you receive. Log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Look at your benefit type. It will say either retirement, disability, or SSI. This tells you which payment schedule you follow. Step 2, calculate your real January 2026 increase. Take your current monthly benefit, multiply by 0.032, then subtract about $10 for the Medicare premium increase if you have Medicare. That's your actual net increase. Step 3, set up or verify your My Social Security account if you haven't already. This gives you direct access to your payment schedule, benefit amount, and official announcements. No more relying on YouTube videos to know when your money is coming. Step 4, bookmark ssa.gov in your web browser. When you need information about your benefits, go directly there. Don't search Google where you might click on scam sites. Step 5, warn someone you care about. If you have friends or family who might be confused by these extra payment videos, share this information with them. Help protect your community from misleading information. A word of encouragement. I know managing your benefits can feel overwhelming sometimes. The payment schedules, the COLA calculations, the Medicare premiums, it's a lot to keep track of. And when you're living on a fixed income, every dollar matters. But you're doing great. You've earned these benefits through decades of hard work. You paid into the system your entire career, and these payments aren't charity. They're yours by right. The fact that you're watching videos like this one, seeking accurate information, educating yourself about your benefits, that shows you're being responsible and proactive. That's something to be proud of. My goal with this video isn't to make you worried or stressed. It's to give you accurate information so you can plan confidently. When you understand how the system actually works, you're less vulnerable to clickbait, less likely to fall for scams, and better prepared to manage your finances. If this video helped clarify things for you, please share it with someone else who might be confused. Your share could save a friend or family member from making financial decisions based on misleading information. Hit that like button so YouTube shows this to more people who need accurate facts instead of clickbait. And subscribe to the channel for future updates about Social Security, Medicare, and protecting yourself from scams. All presented clearly and honestly. Leave a comment below and let me know. Are you on SSI or regular Social Security? Did you get the early November payment, or did this whole discussion not apply to you? What other Social Security topics are confusing you? I read every comment and use your questions to create future videos that address what you actually need to know. Remember, ssa.gov is your source for truth. Everything else is just noise. Take care of yourself, plan wisely, and I'll see you in the next video where we're covering what to expect from the 2026 Medicare Part B premium announcement coming soon.